welcome back to the Retirement Garage. So I said I was going to fill you in on one of my side hustles. This one's been a part-time thing in the background, and it's Flying Brick Parts. What is Flying Brick Parts? Well, Flying Bricks, this bike, which is a K75, is called a Flying Brick. It's because that engine looks like a brick. If you know your K bikes or your BMWs, you'll already know that. But what I decided to do, I've owned K bikes for a while, is to find old bikes, and you could do this if you're interested in motorbikes, or even if you're not. Find cheap bikes between probably about £100 and £600 or £700, either on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and then strip them for parts. And so what I've done, I've got my little profit and loss here, and I've also, it's been a parts business that's just been going on in the background. So I'll show you the shelving, which I had to fit to the back of the garage because I soon found that I'd got way too many parts. And it's this. So you can probably see from my shelves, I've got my little posters up there, I've got spare parts everywhere. So I've got radiators, I've got, this is electronics, starter motor, instruments, bits of bodywork, there's a complete engine there, which is on eBay. They're all on eBay actually. And then I broke them down with spanners. That's all you do. Get your spanners, just get some spanners. And this morning while I slept, or last night while I slept, there's electronics, there's all sorts of bits and pieces. So I've probably got now on here about £2,000 worth of second-hand parts out of bikes that have cost hundreds of pounds. There's the sort of the registrations of bikes that I've pulled apart, and one of them, which is selling parts at the moment, is a K75S. So the bike itself, I'll put a picture on the screen actually. The bike itself cost £100. It was in Derby. It wasn't complete. It wasn't running. It did have an engine. It did have a frame. It didn't have a fuel tank. The rear drive was missing. Anyway, it was quite local. So that's the key really with bikes. The local, the better. Otherwise, you end up paying a lot to get them delivered. Anyway, this morning, I mean, every week there's sort of 5-10 parts that sell. And if I look at my little profit and loss account here, over the last, I don't know, 2-3 months, this has been going on part-time, evenings, weekends, the odd lunch hour. And it involves, of course, taking the parts off, stripping the parts, photographing and listing the parts for eBay, and doing a good listing, and then packing the parts, which I've got to do now. So getting bubble wrap boxes, finding cardboard boxes from everywhere, stealing, beg stealing and borrowing. So this morning I have sold I did actually package up all the bodywork, but that didn't seem to sell. Nobody wanted the bodywork, but I split it down, and somebody wants this, which is the K75S windscreen. So that's sold, I think £30. So that'll go. What was the other thing that sold? Oh yeah, discs. So discs. So there's a couple of sets of discs here. One is from an RT and one is from an S. So I think those are from the S. Yes, they are from the S. And they're sold for about £30 as well. I've got a headlamp there that I listed the weekend. So it's quite a bit of work in terms of just listing it. But once it works, you've got yourself a parts business, and that's bringing in probably, what's it bringing in? About £80 a week in parts. £300 a month, £400 a month. I think you could get it to £500 a month quite easily. I've had 3 bikes now, I think I've put through it. Some of the parts I've put onto my own bike. Some of the parts I've just had to scrap or throw because nobody wants them. Old frames I've had to scrap. Some old gearboxes and various bits. But yeah, you know, quite a lot of the parts. Some parts sell more easily than others. Some parts just hang around and eventually you get rid of them. So I've got ABS components here, ABS brakes. Nobody seems to want them at the moment, but I don't know. Old seats. People like seats, so decent seats. I haven't got a seat there. Well, I've got 2 seats actually. Oh yeah, another one there. So they sell quite well. Electrical things. So these on BMWs, they go bad. The switch gear goes bad. So new switch gear. Things like alternators, starter motors, The electronics, the computers, I've sold 3 or 4 of those because if they go, you can't buy them anymore. So these are 1989, 1990 bikes, so they're 30 years old. But the parts are still good. Brake components sometimes sell. I've still got a load of stuff. And then when I run these shelves down and I get rid of that engine, I'll get another one. That's it. So that's my idea of a little side hustle. I have got another one to talk to you about, which is starting off right now actually, but that's around my other world of AI, so I'll bring that on later. And I've got ordered a load of parts for that. So if you like this video, you want to hear more about side hustles and side hustles in semi-retirement or retirement, then like or subscribe the video please, because then I can keep you informed as we release as I go into the new stuff. And I think the next one will be even more interesting actually, in terms of a complete new little side project. So I hope you enjoyed that. Speak again. Bye for now.